It's been a hot minute since I last uploaded. I was finally planning on making content I've been wanting to do for such a long time, which is the World of Warcraft Atlas book for the expansion, the Burning Crusade, my favorite World of Warcraft expansion ever. This is a book I was planning to record with in my new home, but it's a couple of months away, as you might know. I'm still struggling on renovating that apartment. This is not a very thick and large book. As you can see, it is rather slim and thin. So this won't be such a strain on me right now. If you didn't read my community post, I got some type of bacterial lung infection. So maybe you still hear I'm not completely well. I am home from work another week with antibiotics and some other medications. So I'm crossing my fingers that I will be good after next week. But I hope you will enjoy this video. I have been looking forward to making this content for such a long time, and now I'm finally going to do this. So sit back and relax. Thank you. I am really excited to finally create this content, even though I am a bit strange in my voice since I'm having a hard time breathing, but I hope you will find this relaxing nonetheless. The only thing that is a bit of a shame is that since I'm in the midst of renovating my new home and having to rent a room at my mother's house, I can't find my handy knitting needles. It would have been very relaxing to trace with them, but I will just use my hands for this video. So we have the beautiful World of Warcraft, the Burning Crusade logo, and Atlas. And the front cover, I assume, is in my favorite, the Burning Crusade region and zone of all time, Terracar Forest. The inside of this book is this lovely lime green. And here is the pamphlet that usually came within the plastic cover. Imprints for the first time World of Warcraft Atlas. Every region map, exhaustive index, exclusive town maps. What you can find: class trainers, profession trainers, vendors, quest NPCs, shops and inns, herbs and mineral deposits. Collect them all, complete the set, explore every continent, region and town in World of Warcraft. Here is the Classic Atlas, Volume 1, but it's a second edition. I've done a video on that. That was my first ever video here on YouTube, like 3 years ago now. That is so crazy. And then is the Wrath of the Lich King Atlas, which I had with another cover that I made a video on when Wrath Classic dropped. So this is the, not the last one, but like the second to last one. They made one for Cataclysm I would love to get a hold on as well. Atlas. And here is a beautiful picture of Nagrand, with the floating isles. Contents: how to use the Atlas, World Map Azeroth, and World Map Outland. The region maps: Surmist Isle, Blade Edge Mountains, Bloodmist Isle, Eversong Woods, the Exotar Coastlands, Elfire Peninsula, Isle of Goeldana, Nagrand, Netherstorm, Shadowmoon Valley, Shattered City, Silvermoon City, Terracar Forest, and Sangar March. And then we have the different town and camp maps. Let's read some of them. Ares Landing, Alarian Stronghold, Artar of Shatar, Area 52, Azure Watch, Blackwing Landing, Blood Watch. How to use the Atlas. This project began when we rediscovered Outland through new eyes in World of Warcraft. The lush regions, the vast population of players and the abundance of in-game characters provided the impetus to begin development. This section explains how each section can be used, both alone and with other sections, and how best to tackle the massive amount of information in the indices. Outland World Map. Outland is a vast landmass currently broken apart into 8 playable regions. Each region has points of interest including flight points, cities and dungeons. So you have different flight points and paths, region maps, town and camp maps, indices, the main index, and some supplemental indices. So here is first of all the Azeroth map of Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor. So we have the different flight points or travel points. We have the Horde ones, Horde travel points, neutral travel points, and Kalimdor instances. And it goes over to Alliance travel points, Eastern Kingdom instances, and map legend. So, the blue triangle is an instance. The dark blue dot is an Alliance flight point. The blue lines are Alliance boat path. Red dot is a Horde travel point, and the red lines are Horde Zeppelin path. And the yellow dot, neutral travel point. And the yellow and black line is neutral boat path. So the only neutral both path up to this is within Stranglethorn Vale at Woody Bay, and it goes to Ratchet in the Barrens. The Horde has some zeppelins going from Undercity and to Uclamar and down almost to Woody Bay. And the Alliance can go with boats from wetlands all the way to Teldrassil. Or here in Darkshore, first they have to jump between ships to Teldrassil or a Surmist Isle. And they can also go to Duskwallow March. This was way before Stormwind got an harbor. And I honestly love this. The game didn't used to be so accessible, you know. Does a lot for my imagination. I really hope this is not that glary. I don't have the best setup right now when I'm recording. Here is Outland, the world map of Outland. We have the Horde travel points, neutral travel points, Alliance travel points, Outland instances, and the map legend. It goes the same instance, Alliance flight point, or travel point, neutral travel point. So here is Shattered city, main hub, and the different regions. Shadowmoon Valley, Terrorcar Forest, my favorite zone in game of all time. Nagrand, Sangar Marsh, Hellfire Peninsula, Blades Edge Mountains, and Netherstorm. This seriously takes me back. I just want to sit down with a can of Mountain Dew and game all night. Assure me style. The Draenei starting zone, right by the Veiled Sea. This is also one of the most beautiful zones in game. The very harmonical, shamanistic music when traveling through these woods. That's why I love playing a male Draenei, a big bulky man with tentacles. Don't forget about that. Their main city, the broken ship of the Exodar, with all the crystals. We have Silver Mist Isle, Bristol Limbo Village, Odysseus Landing, Surwatch, Still Pine Hold, Emberglade, Hammond Vale, and Nestlewood Hills. And when you start off your Draenei, you start all over in Hammond Vale at a smaller ship crash landing. And when you go north to the map is the entrance to the Blood Mist Isle, the second part of the Draenei starting zone. Here we have Blade Edge Mountains, that's on the Outland map when you travel through the Dark Portal. All these spikes are dangerous cliffs all around the region, coming up from the ground and through the walls. A lot of the black dragonfly has died over here on these spikes. Forge Camp Terror, Bloodmaw Outpost, Sylvanar, Ogrilla, Forge Camp Breath, Ravenswood, Grishnaf, Bashir Landing, Blade Spiral, Circle of Blood, Thunderlord, Stronghold. We have Ruan, Weld, Gruul's Lair, very iconic raid, Wheelruan, the Crystal Spine with a lot of crystals, Forge Camp Anchor, Mugnathal Village, the car stand, and in the middle of the binding is Death's Door, I think. It's very hard how they made these books that right in between where the binding goes you can't read at all. This might be my least favorite zone in the Burning Crusade, but maybe I should try give it a shot once again on some classic servers. Here's the second part of the Draenei starting zone, the Blood Mist Isle. So you enter here through Cassell's Crossing. We have Wrathscale Lair, Bloodwatch, Blackslit Shore, Nasivian, the Gyrocore, the Vector Coil, Axarian, Amber Web Pass, the Warp Piston, Wyrmscar Island, and Blood Curse Isle. Very great pirate Or was it maybe the Naga quest? Somewhere we got like a pirate quest that was really, really nice. Here is Eversong Woods, the starting zone of the Blood Elves. Also a wonderful, wonderful race in World of Warcraft. I read the new stats they came out with, Blizzard. I don't play retail, I have to disclaim that. I fell out of love with World of Warcraft during Shadowlands. And I only bought both Dragonflight and The War Within, and I have not touched them. I made like 2 videos each from the expansions, and then I used to quit. So I'm a classic player, but I read like over 50% of players are Blood Elves, and I understand why the Blood Elf males are just so good looking. We have first the main city of Silver Moon, and then we have the ruins of Silver Moon. And right through goes the Dead Scar, where the Lich King Arthas Menethil went on a crusade to the Sunwell. We have Voltharian Academy, Sunstrider Isle. Here's where they start off with the Blood Elves. The West Sanctum, Sunsail Anchorage, the Scorched Grove, Fairbreeze Village, East Sanctum, Forestry, the Retreat, Duskwitter Spire, and Torwathar. Here's the main city, the capital of the Draenei's, the Exodar. So here is the Exodar, and you go down and down through the ship. Then you reach the sea of the Naru, and it goes into 3 different parts. Years ago, during the Burning Crusade Classic, I made a Exodar exploration video. I think I did a Silver Moon as well. So this takes me back. We have the purple, the Crystal Hall, the yellow, the Vault of Lights, and then we have the like teal one. We have, I can't see it in the, I think it's the trader stand. I can't see if it's right in the split. Then we also have the Draenei logo, or the sign, what do you call it? Coastlands. This is the second part, like I told you about Blood Mist Isle for the Draenei starting zone. Coastlands is the second part for the Blood Elves. What do we have? Sungrown Village, Dawnspear Spire, Forest Rider Enclave, Sanctum of the Sun, Tranquillian, Sanctum of the Moon, Golden Mist Village, Windrunner's Village, Windrunner Spire, Death Home, and Sulaman. Really good read. The first zone when you enter Outlands through the Dark Portal is Hellfire Peninsula. This is the most epic starter, what do you call it, like a starter experience to a new expansion. Just walking through the Dark Portal and seeing the total alien landscape. So over here we have the Dark Portal, the Legion Front, Honor Hold, the Alliance main hub, and Thrallmar is the Horde main hub. Throne of kill Jada. Pools of Agonar, Magara Point, Temple of Telamat, Falcon Watch, Den of Alish, Hellfire Citadel, another raid, Expedition Armory, Sethgor, Ruins of Shannara. Here is the Isle of Quel'Danas. This was a very fun isle to make daily quests on, I remember that. So here the Dead Scar continues. We have Green Jill Coast, Magister's Terrace, Sun's Reach, Sunwell Plateau, and Dawnstar Village. Maybe if I ever find interest in going back into gaming World of Warcraft, exploring this region might be a very calming, relaxing video. Here we have the Forbidding Sea, and up here is the Great Sea. You can also see some like large turtles and ships, some Krakenish monsters. That is what I used to love about World of Warcraft. It was all about the unknown, but now you just get spoon-fed with answers to lore, and I don't enjoy that content as well. Nagrand, which is one of the most, if not the most beautiful zone in World of Warcraft. I know a lot of people have Nagrand as their favorite zone of all time. We have Kill Sorrow Fortress, Burning Blade Ruins, Ring of Trials, Telar, Oshikun, Karadar, Throne of the Elements, Hala, Sunspring Post, Forge Camp Fear, Forge Camp Hate, Twilight Ridge, Wormhole Reel, Laughing Skull Ruins. I used to love farming for the Talbulks over here in Nagrand. I would kill the ogres over in these cages for the pearl beads and the crystal powder you needed to gain reputation as an alliance over in Telar. And the PvP in Hala was also very fun, but I think that's completely dead now. Netherstorm, with this purple amethyst, beautiful color. Manaforge Bnar, Ruins of Enkap, Area 52, Manaforge Koru, Kirinvar Village, Sunfury Hold, Manaforge Duro, Tempest Keep, Ecodome Milt Realm, Manaforge Ara, Stormspire, Forge Base Oblivion, Forge Base Gana, Ruins of Farallon, and Manaforge Ultris and Celestial Reach. A little bit of me was happy when they data mined that the ethereals will be playable, but I'm not sure what they will do to the lore, to my favorite guys. Then we have Shadow Moon Valley, Shadow Moon Village, Legion Old, Illidari Point, Eclipse Point, Sanctum of the Stars, Warden's Cage, Hand of Gul'dan, Coilstar Point, Altar of Shatar, Netherwing Ledge, the Black Temple. This is also very, very nostalgic for me. Farming for the nether drakes is one of my memories from World of Warcraft. Same goes for you could farm, like collect eggs for reputations that were rare spawns in Mist of Pandaria for the, what do they call them, like the cloud drakes, I can't remember. But I was so bummed that they didn't do something like this in Dragonflight, or maybe they did, like with the expansions, I'm not quite sure, but I don't think they did. I love that grindy, rare aspect, something I can just sit down and shut off my brain and rep farm for hours, just disappear within the game. Here is the main city, the first ever neutral main city in World of Warcraft, Shattrath City. And you have the lower city, Terrace of Light. And then there were two parts you could choose between, Aldor Rise and Scryer's Tear. And if you would choose one of these factions, I think the Scryers were more like Blood Elf and the Aldor were a little bit more Draenei. And once you chose one of them, you would become hated with the other faction. And there is an achievement, a feat of strength, that I have on my main character, which I loved grinding for. It is called Hero of Shattrath. So first, for example, if you chose the Scryers, you would have to rep grind up to Exalted, which meant you would be the most hated with Aldor. And then you would do a quest chain to become neutral with Aldor and hated with Scryers, and then rep farm your way up. Or maybe you rep farm from hated while the other one became hatred. I can't remember really. But you had to get Exalted with both, but you had to work yourself up from hated. And it took months for me back then. But I have that achievement on my main, and that's also like all this grindy stuff is not that thing in retail anymore, and that is such a shame. I like to grind, I like to rep farm, I like to just do these monotone things that gives me a lot of like personal pleasure. And Silvermoon City, the capital of the Blood Elves, with the big logo of the Blood Elf. Here we have the Dead Scar, the Bazaar, Walk of Elders, the Royal Exchange, Murder Row, God of the Sun, Forest Rider Square, and Sun Fury Spire. My favorite ever, oh my god, this is giving me like goosebumps. Terracar Forest. The music and ambience from this zone is the best one ever. I always have it on replay on YouTube when I need to relax or just be happy. So we have the Bone Wastes, Auchendoon, Bleeding Hollow Ruins, Stonebreaker Hold, Alarian Stronghold, Skeptis, Bone Chewer Ruins, Firewing Point, Turim, Cenarion Thicket, and over here is Shattrath City. So here they have some amazing daily fishing quests. I love fishing, very grindy rep farm, same kind of deal, that I enjoy. And here in Skeptis, you could farm for the nether race, really amazing mounts as well. Sankarmaj, with all the big fungi and mushrooms. Umbrafen Lake, Cenarion Refuge, Swamprat Post, the Dead Mire, Telrador, the Lagoon, Twin Spy Ruins, Coilfang Reservoir, Serpent Lake, Orebor Harborage, Subrajin, the Spawning Glen, Sporegar. Also a faction of little guys you could do a long rep farm with. I did up to Exalted on 2 different characters before they combined them. Marshlight Lake and then Garage Grounds. Then we're on to some of these different towns. Ares Landing, Illyrian Stronghold, Altar of Shatar, Area 52, and it contains all these different, like Griffon Master, Campfire, Mailbox, like all the different NPCs, what they do, their names, if you're looking for someone specific for a quest, for example. Azure Watch, Blackwing Landing, Blood Watch, Cenarion Refuge, Cosmo Ranch, Crash Site, Dragon Maw Base Camp, Fairbreeze Village, Evergrove, Falcon Watch, and the Falcon Wing Square. Forest Rider Enclave, Forest Rider Retreat, Karadar. Hala, Honorald, Maghar Post, Bognathal Village. Odysseus Landing, Ogrilla, Orebor Harborage, Protectorate Watch Post, Sanctum of the Stars, Sanctum of the Sun, Shadow Moon Village, Skyguard Outpost, Spinebreaker Post, Sporakar, Still Pinehold, and Stonebreaker Hold. The Stormspire, the Sunspire, Sunreach, Swamprat Post. Sylvanar, Telar, Telrador, Temple of Telamat, Thralmar, Thunderlord Stronghold, Toshless Station, Tranquillian, Wildhammer Stronghold, Subrajin, and here's in the end the main index. So here it goes alphabetically, all of the names. So for example, you would like to find archaeologist, adamant iron ore. You would have to go to F7 on a Surmis tile. So this is like an old way to find all of the quest points and all of the NPCs in game. Doesn't this take you back to a different time of life? least it does for me. It in a way feels like time traveling. I get all these feelings of life was like a little bit less than 20 years ago. Here we have the different class trainers. So we have the druid trainer, hunter trainer, pets trainer, mage trainers, portal trainers, paladin trainers, priest trainers, rogue trainers, shaman trainers, warlock trainers, warrior trainers. And then the profession trainers: alchemy, blacksmithing, cooking, enchanting, engineering, first aid, rest in peace first aid, fishing, herbalism, jewel crafting, leatherworking, mining, skinning, and tailoring. Some names of the rare mobs: Light Masters, Miscellaneous, and the Resource Index, where you could find the jewel and gems: Aquamarine, Organ Crystal, Lazarothian Diamond, Azure Moonstone, Black Vitriol. The last page of the atlas with some beautiful art. It is copyrighted 2008, so this is a very long time ago. Acknowledgements. This project is a collaboration of so many talented people that we feel it's important to recognize them all. That's very good. So they're thanking the people from Blizzard and from Brady Games. And here is the beautiful background of this book with amazing artwork. I really hope you enjoyed this video. It was very fun to make. I even forgot that I was ill, so I'm gonna go and take a break and relax a bit. Thank you all so much for continuing to enjoy my content. It means the world to me. I wish you a lovely